At a bustling bus park, where the sounds of engines and hurried footsteps filled the air, a young boy named Rishu carried a steel kettle and a tray of paper cups. Every single day, you'd hear his small but determined voice shouting, "Cheer, cheer," as he weaved through the crowds, serving hot tea to weary travelers. Rishu wasn't just working for pocket money, he was the family's hope. His father, once a strong laborer, was now bedridden after a tragic accident. His mother worked tirelessly, sewing clothes for neighbors, her fingers often sore, but her spirit unbroken. School, once a place of joy and learning for Rishu, had become a distant dream, a luxury they simply could no longer afford. Yet, despite his circumstances, Rishu's love for learning never faded. His heart would ache with a quiet longing whenever he saw children his age walking by with school bags slung over their shoulders, their faces bright with the promise of education. He yearned to be one of them, to hold a book, to solve a puzzle, to discover the world through words. One evening, after serving a group of college students, he noticed they had left behind their newspapers. For others, it was just trash. For Rishu, it was treasure. He carefully collected every single page and took them home. Under the dim glow of a single yellow bulb, he would sit for hours, painstakingly reading every article, every headline, every advertisement. His world, once confined to the noisy bus park, began to expand with each word he learned. This small act fueled a fire within him, a powerful thirst for knowledge that could not be quenched. Then, one ordinary afternoon, something extraordinary happened. A teacher, waiting for his bus, noticed the young tea seller completely engrossed in an old, tattered science textbook, his kettle resting by his side. Curious, the teacher approached him. "Where did you learn to read like that?" he asked gently. Rishi, startled, looked up and replied shyly, "By reading whatever I can find, sir." The teacher bought a cup of tea, but he received something far more valuable in return, a glimpse into a brilliant, determined mind. He sat with Rishu for an entire hour, listening to his story, amazed by his sharp intellect and insatiable curiosity. Moved by the boy's spirit, the teacher made a promise. "I will teach you," he said, "every evening right here at the bus park, for free." And so their lessons began. The noisy bus park transformed into an open-air classroom. Passengers watched in fascination as the young tea seller, between serving customers, would eagerly solve complex math problems scribbled on the back of used paper cups. The teacher became his mentor and the bus park his school. Months flew by. Under the teacher's guidance, Rishu's knowledge grew exponentially. Finally, the teacher felt he was ready and enrolled him in an open school exam. Rishu didn't just pass, he achieved top marks, astounding everyone. News of the tea seller's incredible achievement spread like wildfire through the community. The story touched hearts. Suddenly, help started pouring in from all corners. A stranger donated a box full of books. A shop owner gifted him a brand new school uniform. Another compassionate soul paid his entire admission fee. The bus park, once just his place of work, had become his extended family, rallying behind him, investing in his future. Years passed. The boy who sold tea was now a man, an accomplished engineer. But he never forgot where he came from. He returned to that same bus park, not with a kettle of tea, but with a team of volunteers and a mission. There, amidst the familiar sounds of roaring buses, they opened a small learning center for children just like him, children who were forced to work instead of study. They named it the Chia class. It was a beautiful tribute to his journey, because a boy who once served hot tea to passengers was now serving the priceless gift of education to a new generation, proving that with a little help and a lot of heart, any dream is possible. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that celebrates the human spirit. See you in the next one.